Hi, my name is Eva. I'm on Instagram at a mom in her car, and I'm here to update you today about my stitching. This is my 14th floss tube, and it's been a while since my last one. Sorry about that, but I don't know about you all, but my life really sped up recently. I don't know if it's everyone's getting vaccinated or I'm not sure what it is, but things are going fast and I'm not finding as much time to stitch as I would like to. But I do have a few things to update you on today, and I'm excited to be back with you. So let me just jump right in. So the first thing that I've been working on, and it's my project for Mania, so it's officially May and Mania, and I do a little twist on Mania. My goal for Mania this year is to really just get back into a rhythm of stitching every day, and so it came at a perfect time. Even though things are busier for me, with Mania, I've set a goal for myself to stitch every day. And so every single day in May, I'm going to work on, I don't have the paper copy. I'm using Pattern Keeper on my tablet. So this is Consider the Lilies by Heartstring Samplery. This is a very big stitch, as many of you who are stitching it or want to stitch it or have thought about it know. I'm trying to see if I can quickly see. It's 435 by 363. It was originally stitched on R&R Reproductions 28 count Winter Brew. And so what I've decided to do with it, because I love this stitch, I also like the sort of sister pattern that's much like it, called His Eyes on the Sparrow, so I'd like to do that one day as well. But I don't know where I would hang two big stitch pieces that big. So I ordered Winter Moon 28 count linen by Witch Help. I don't think you can see that. I ordered this from Fire Poppies, and instead of stitching over 2, I'm stitching over 1. So while this will still be a pretty big piece, so here's the piece all together, it feels manageable to me. So every day I think I'm showing you the back. Let's see here. Every day I've decided, starting last week and then all the way through May, and maybe beyond, we'll see. I've been putting 1 strand of thread in it every single day. So that was my test piece to make sure that I could do this stitch. So here's my border. I've made it all the way up the side, and now I'm starting to turn the corner to the top of the border. So here it's a little hard to see, but now I've made the corner and I'm going to the top up here, which is exciting for me because that left border took all of April, 1 stitch a day basically. I'm really liking how this is turning out. So you can see it's pretty tiny, but the good thing is if you've been wanting to try some tiny stitches, this 28 count Witch Help is great because the holes are really big. So it's not much harder than stitching on even a 40 count. So I do use my magnification glasses, but that's the only trick I need for this. This border is in Weeks Dye Works Oscar. I am using the called for colors. I may play around a bit, and she kind of encourages you in the pattern. There's so many different colors. These are just so beautiful. And I've pretty much ordered the called for. There are a few that I couldn't find, so I got the DMC replacement, but obviously I haven't gone to them because the only one I'm using so far is Oscar by Weeks Dye Works, which is a fun, pretty variegated green color. So my goal, the only goal I have with this one is to put 1 strand of thread in a day. And so I'll do that all the way through May, and I hope to get through the border, but we'll see. I mean, like one side took me a month, but I don't feel a sense of urgency with this one. It's just a fun, nice, relaxing stitch. And so I'm just going to keep it going as long as I can, and then we'll see what happens. I might start stitching some of the flowers on this border, like if I start getting bored with the Oscar. I might put a flower or 2 in just to see, but we'll see. We'll just see where the wind takes me on this one. I am using my project bag that I made, my very first project bag. I'm a very new sewist, I guess you could say, and I got this template from Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. It was super easy to follow, and so I love that I get to use this bag for that project. The second thing that I've been working on that I am behind on is my my Spooky Hollow by Little Stitch Girl. I'm stitching this whole series. I believe there's 12 in the series, and I'm on the Sweet Shop, and I did get a little stuck here. I do try to keep up with this. This is a stitch along through Happy Little Stitch Shop, so this is another big one that I will frame and put up at Halloween time. I love Halloween stitches. So this is a piece of 18 count hazy gray fabric flare. So it's the screen printed where the back is pure, it's just completely white, and the front has a screen print of hazy gray on it. And fabric flare is fun. They have lots of different colors and patterns on their fabrics, and so that makes it fun. And they do Ada, and then they do some, I think 32 count. I'm not sure how high it goes, but I chose 18 count because I thought these would fit really nicely. So I'm just plucking away at this Sweet Shop here. I've actually made it pretty far. There's not too much more to go with the Sweet Shop. And I found that once I get the framing of the house in on these, I don't have much more. So I already have these ghosts and this little skeleton guy. So I just have to get the Sweet Shop in. And then if you look at it, I'll get the door, the things in the windows, and then this little cute thing at the top. And then I'll move on. The next stitch I have is the cemetery. This one is much less stitching than usual, so hopefully I can catch up a little on this one. And then I just got in the mail from Happy Little Stitch Shop the next one, so I am a little behind on this one. The barber shop. Look how cute that is with the little characters getting their hair done. So that one's super cute. Can't wait to start on those. So that is the one thing that I have gotten in. I am using the called for, pretty much the called for. So I do the bottom path with DMC, and sometimes I'll just use DMC for some of the different pieces if I feel like it. But I also have just over time started collecting the Classic Colorworks, which is what she stitched the model with. And I like these because you get the very pretty variegation in the buildings. Like I started with this one, I think the dance hall, and you can see the red variegation. And then in the coffee shop, you see the brown variegation. And so in this one, this is plum paisley, I believe. I must have taken it off because I'm using it. Let's see if I can find it really quickly. I cannot. So plum paisley is the purple. So I must have taken it off because I was using this to sit down by my spot couch, so you can kind of see that variegation there. So that's really pretty. So that's the second thing. I really do need to get caught up on it. My guess is that over the summer I will start feeling Halloweenish, and we'll really start doubling down on this one. So anyhow, I'll catch up. I'm not too worried about that one. It's a fun one, 18 count. It's not too hard to see, not too hard on the eyes. Those go by pretty quickly, so I like that one. The other one I pulled out, and I didn't plan on pulling this out. I'm not sure why, but I started this one a few months ago. This is by the Scarlet House, Seeking Refuge. I love the saying here. It says, "When the world seems to be out of control, I find a way to nurture my soul, seeking refuge with needle and thread. The angst and anxiety no longer I dread." And that's really, I don't know about you, but that's why I stitch. It's very calming. Some people say it's your therapy or what have you, and that is definitely how I feel about it. So anyhow, I love this one. I knew I would like it. I knew I would enjoy it. I love the saying on it, but I just love it. This is very easy pattern to read. So if you're looking for a sampler like this, I think is a good start. And I'm guessing I'm not to the words yet, but those words are just going to fly by. So I am stitching this on Vintage Country Mocha 40 count. I got this from my local needlework shop. I keep these in the bag so I just remember what I'm stitching with. I am basically using the called for colors, and there's not a ton here. And as somebody pointed out in one of my comments, a lot of green. Well, I know you can see the red there, but there are a lot of different colors of sort of a brownish green in this one. So that is nice. But the one thing I did change, so she calls for, you can see here, this is the bottom black. The one thing I did change is that bottom black. So this is called for is DMC. She uses DMC, so it's pretty dark, good coverage. And I've seen online on Facebook and Instagram, a lot of people are using Anchor because they want that to be really nice and dark. I did not. I wanted the variegation. I was like, oh, that is a perfect place to use variegated floss. So I changed it to black coffee, Classic Colorworks black coffee. And I got through that. It's very, like, very methodical, repetitive stitching that I love. I love big fill-in. And now I've moved up to this one. Oh, there's a little extra piece here. This piece, which is the top of that. So I'm going back and then I'll go back and fill the flowers in. It's a little hard to see here, but the color is Broom Tree by Weeks Dye Works. So it's a very light green. So it's very pretty. And that, like I said, is just nice, easy, sit on the couch and watch a movie stitching, because it's a pattern that repeats over and over and over. And I actually got this black piece memorized by the last one. And so I didn't even need the pattern in front of me, which was nice. So this is a really good stitch. So I'll keep plugging on the green next time I pick this one up. I'll fill in those flowers and then I'll go to the words. And then, you know, this will be almost half full before I get to the little designs. And I'm excited. I'll get that one framed, which will be a good use for that one. I'm not sure where I'll put it yet in my house, but I'll start thinking about that because this one's going to fly by. I think it's going to be great. And then the last piece I've been working on, because like I said, I haven't had much stitching, is my Fat Quarter Shop Stitch Along, the Country Cottage Needlework Sampler of the Month. So this is May. This is always really hard to see. I don't even know why I show it, but they're these long, skinny, really cute. It follows up to their Cottages of the Month. I did those last year with the Stitch Along with Happy Little Stitch Shop, and then I got this from Fat Quarter Shop. So this is May. This one has been fun as well. I'm using 32 count Witchelt. I know Witchelt, it's definitely not a lot of people's favorite linen, but for these were such small pieces. It's very affordable linen. This is 32 count. It's easy to see the holes. I think it's an even weave. It looks like it to me. It's fairly easy to stitch on, so I'm using 2 threads over 2. I am using the called for Classic Colorworks as part of the thing that Fat Quarter Shop does really well is on stitch alongs like these, they just set you up. So I got most of my 6 months worth of fabric, a cutting guide to cut it, and all of my Classic Colorworks floss. So even if there's a floss shortage, like I have what I need for this, for the whole thing, which is nice. And I've now used every single color in here at least once, some even more. And so it's really nice. I don't know, it's just totally set up. I don't have to think about it. So these stitches I've found fairly easy to keep up with. Even though I am a little behind because I usually have the month done either the first week of the month or before the month starts, and I have quite a ways to go here. But anyhow, this is my hobby, so I'm not pressuring myself. That is all I have worked on in the several weeks from the video, and so I'm hoping with Mania I really kind of get back into things and
welcome back.
Have more time. Sorry, my tablet's trying to talk to me. So a few more things. I did get a couple more things in the mail that I want to show you. The first is I got a great card, and totally not necessary, but I loved giving it, from Amy, who won one of my giveaways. So that just completely made my day. So thank you so much, Amy. That was fantastic. I'm glad you're enjoying your winnings. And then the second thing I got was my Sew Sampler box from Fat Quarter Shop. I joined this. I'm only going to join for a few months just to kind of build up some of my stash. And this has been put on their blog, so I feel fine showing it. But the theme is Town Square for April of their Sew Sampler box. You get a great quilt pattern. Super cute. This month they sent a coupon book. And so an example of coupons is 20% off of It's Sew Emma PDF patterns, 15% off Aurifil thread. So this is great and will probably be used soon. Then I got this. This is what I'm really after, is like just some fabric. This is Moda's Sunday Stroll. So there we go. Then they do I won't show this too much, but they do a block that you can replicate, and you get a block every month and you can create the quilt. And it is for the Bright Side quilt. So it's block 1 just started. And so if I keep doing this, I could have enough blocks for the whole month. I haven't done these before. I'm a fairly new quilter. I'm working on one quilt that I've been working on for a long time. So, but I like pretty simple things at this point. Maybe one day I'll get more creative with my blocks, but I'm just not there yet. I do have 3-inch square in a square quilt block foundation paper. So that's awesome. That's fun. These, let's see, what are they called? Labels. So you can connect these labels to your quilt or whatever you're making to personalize it. So that's cute. And then I will actually be using this for cross stitch, more than likely, but it's a zipper bag, just to hold that. This would be great for a little project. I like these, what is this, canvas bags. I think they hold up really well. So that is my sew sampler of the month block. And that is all I have for you. So my plan is I'm going to keep going on Consider the Lilies, try to play catch up on some of my stitch alongs. You know, I have some thoughts about June and what I want to work on. I have some Blackbird designs that I want to start in May. So I'll be back in a few weeks after I've had time to get some of this started and do some stitching. And I've ordered some things for June, so I have a good update for you. Oh, I do have one more thing. I can't believe I was about to forget about this. I do have a giveaway this week. So, Prairie Schooler Santas. I found 2020 at my local needlework stitch shop, so I got 2 of these. So one will be a giveaway. Let me think of a question real quick. Let's see. Okay, so here's our question to win this. In the comments below, put the word prairie in there somewhere, because that's how I'll search for winners. So put the word prairie in your comment and just leave a note, an answer to the question of, have you done any Prairie Schooler Santas? Have you stitched any before? And if so, which ones have been your favorite? If not, that's fine. I've never stitched one, which is why I got this one. So I actually have a couple of these that I've sort of collected over the years and have never started stitching them. So that's part of my plan for over the summer as well, is to start some Prairie Schoolers. I want to make these into little pillows of different sizes. So use different size cloths, different kinds of thread, and turn these into a little bowl of pillows eventually. So I'd love to do several of these. So you tell me if you've stitched one before, which is your favorite, if you have stitched any, and be sure the word prairie is in your comment, and I will pull comments. It will be at least 2 weeks. I probably will not be back next week. So at least 2 weeks to give me some time to actually make some progress and have some good things to show you. And then I'll pull a winner and announce it on my next video. So it's good to be back after a couple of weeks. Thanks for your patience with me as I try to play catch up on life, and I'll see you next time.